Welcome, Poke People. This is Professor Evergreen of the Green Bay Slackers, bringing you our next fight in the GBA style tournament. This week we are fighting the Disciples of Karen. We're facing against Will, known as Hobzol on here. I'm Lois on the left, and we're going to go ahead and get this battle started. If you haven't seen the Team Builder video, go check that out. That'll talk about our team in depth of what we are bringing. But as you can see here on the screen, we're going to be bringing the Mega Venusaur, Volcanion, Metagross, Motomro, Garchomp, and the Nidoqueen. So, let's go ahead and get started and see what he brings. Alright, so we got the Eelektross, Noivern, Serperior, Chandelure, his Mega Aggron, and the Toxicroak. So, possible leads. First thing right off the bat, he could want to set up the Stealth Rocks with Mega Aggron. He could also want to come in with the Eelektross for Volt Switch or U-Turn initiative. I think he's going to want to get his Mega off, because if he can get his Mega Evolution off early, he won't have Aggron, not Mega Evolved yet, with a ×4 weakness to ground. So I know him Mega Evolving as soon as possible with Real Life, and he can also set up the rocks. So thinking that he's going to start off with the Mega Aggron, let's go ahead and lead with our Volcanion. Do you want to lead with the Volcanion? Let's see. I definitely think it's our best, but we could... You know what, let's lead with Stay Puft. He can Volt Switch out if he needs to, and he can also Will-O-Wisp if it is the Mega Aggron. So let's get... And he has no ground types on his team that we have to worry about, so that's actually really nice. I really like that he didn't bring Gliscor. Without Gliscor, we can have a Volt Switch Frenzy. So let's go ahead and confirm this and see what he's going to go ahead and lead off with. And I think it's going to be the Aggron, but I could be wrong. It could be the Eelektross. He's going to send out Gianna, the Eelektross. Okay, so he does start off with Eelektross. He's probably going to Volt Switch or U-Turn. And I could try to predict that by switching into Nidoqueen. However, Nidoqueen is one of our win conditions later on. The same thing with Garchomp. I could also switch in Garchomp. Bringing them in unnecessarily, though, might not be as advantageous as I would like. He could go for a knockoff, and that could really mess things up. So you know what? We're going to go ahead and just go for a Will-O-Wisp. Nothing on his team wants to take a Will-O-Wisp except for the Chandelure. The Chandelure might come in. Oh, you know, that actually is really hard. The Chandelure might come in, because it's a Fire Ghost type. If it thinks I'm going to go for why would I do that, though? Why would I do that? Okay, it's either going to be Will-O-Wisp or Volt Switch. Will-O-Wisp works great against anything except for the Chandelure, obviously. Let's see, if he switches in the Chandelure and I power him up, I have a switch into Volcanion that's pretty easy. That's not going to care about his fire types moves. Alright, let's go for the Will-O-Wisp. If we mess up here with Chandelure, we could... Okay, he does not switch out. This is great. This will go to... If he's a physical set, this really weakens the Eelektross also. Let's see what... He goes for the knockoff. Okay, I can live with that. It knocks off my Citrus Berry. Could have been worse. I think now we can go for a pretty safe full switch, though, since I don't think we're going to be doing much damage to this Eelektross. It is good to note that we are faster than him, though. So if I go for a Volt Switch, and he also goes for a Volt Switch, he will get the initiative, knowing what we switch out into. But he might just switch out here. I don't know what else he's going to go for, so I think I'm going to go ahead and go for a Volt Switch, thinking he might switch out here right now. Not sure what else he could do with his Eelektross now that he's already used Knockoff. Except for U-Turn or Volt Switch out. Either that or just switch out if he doesn't have those. And he might be worried that I might switch in one of my ground types if what he does have is Volt Switch. But since he had Knockoff, it could be a physical set with U-Turn. Alright, let's see what he goes for. Well, he stayed in. I went for the Volt Switch first. Now I have to decide what I want to come in and take this attack. Well, he's Will-O-Wisp. He's not going to be doing as much physical damage. Let's go ahead and switch in our Metagross. Well, no, we might want to Mega Evolve. You know, let's switch in Mega Venusaur. I want to get my Mega Evolution off before it's too late, and I should be able to pretty easily Mega Evolve against this Electros. He's going to go for the Volt Switch. Okay. So, I'm expecting to see Noivern. If he has a Stab Flying type move, that's going to be pretty bad against our Mega Venusaur. I'm not too worried if he brings in Chandelure, but if he brings in Mega Venusaur, that's actually going to be much worse for us. I'm sorry, Noivern. If he brings it as Noivern. One thing I also need to watch out for is this Noivern Choice Scarf. This is Noivern's not Choice Scarf. And, ooh, okay, let's see what he brings in. Oh, the Mega Aggron. Okay. I think we can deal with this. Yeah, let's, I don't know what he has for us. Let's Mega Evolve and go for Hidden Power. This should be Hidden Power Ground if I did my EVs properly. This should be Hidden Power Ground and be super effective. Let's go ahead and see what he goes for. He's going to, of course, Mega Evolve also, but he is slower than us because he is an Aggron. His ability is going to weaken the super effective damage, but it's not going to outright stop it. So let's see how much damage this does. See if he's bulky, specially defensive, effectively defensive. Okay, it does about 30 to 40%. He gets a Thunder Wave off, not too that big of a deal. I honestly don't care if my Mega Venusaur is paralyzed. For speed reasons at least. I hope I don't get a full para. But for speed reasons at least, I'm okay with this. Now, if I keep going for ground moves, he could switch in the Noivern or the Electros, who has Levitate. Either one would be fine. It's mainly just the Noivern. If he switches the Electros, I honestly don't care. If he switches in the Noivern on a Hidden Power Ground, that could be bad. The thing is, though, he doesn't know it's Hidden Power Ground. It could easily also be Hidden Power Fighting or Hidden Power Fire. He actually does not know. He just knows that it's super effective. So he's not going to risk switching in the Noivern, probably just thinking that it might be Hidden Power Ground. So let's hit the Hidden Power again. And he's going to go ahead and get his Stealth Rocks up. Honestly, I don't mind this. The only Pokemon on my team that even cares about Stealth Rocks is Volcanion. He's the only one who's going to take a good amount of damage from it. Everything else on my team, really not too worried about the Stealth Rocks, so this is fine. Unless this Mega Aggron is a rest set, he is not going to have reliable recovery, and getting rid of this Mega Aggron will be great. So let's just keep going for the Hidden Power Ground until he decides to mix it up. Oh, wait, Fire Punch. So because of my Thick Fat ability, this is just going to do neutral damage. It's not stab. Not that big of a deal. Now I got to decide if I want to try to finish him off or go for a Synthesis first, since I have taken some damage now. And he is faster, so he'll hit me something. Let's go ahead and Synthesis up. Let's use the Synthesis right now. He might even switch out, so this would be a good time to heal up anyways, if he wants to save it. No, he's going to go for the Heavy Slam. Alright, let's see how much this does. A pretty decent amount. Okay. But that's understandable. Hacks are to be had sometimes. Let's go for the Synthesis again. His Heavy Slam, unless it crits, should not be enough to take us out. And it is not. And are you serious? Okay. Okay. Alright, twice per in a row. Okay. So I could switch in Volcanion for a resisted hit to this Heavy Slam. However, my Volcanion is mostly specially defensive, not physically defensive. So I could just let this Venusaur go down. Do I need the Mega Venusaur for anything else? Let's see. It's not going to do good against the Noivern. It's too low of a health. What can it heal up against is the real question. And the answer to that is nothing. There's nothing it can heal up against because everything is going to be able to kill it and outspeed it. So I think we're just going to have to say goodbye to Mega Venusaur. It would have been really useful if I could have healed it up. The Sludge Bomb would have been really nice for Superior. The Hidden Power Ground would still be good for Toxicroak and the Chandelure. And the Giga Drain wouldn't have been good for anything this match, but that's okay. Let's go for another Synthesis in case he messes up doing something, but yeah, this Heavy Slam should take us out. Sorry, Mega Venusaur. I feel like you could have really done a lot of work to his team, but That 2 pair hacks in a row was just not kind whatsoever. Alright, we need to bring something in to finish off the Mega Aggron. Let's go ahead and... let me double check the moves on this guy. He should have Hidden Power Ground as well. Grass Knight might be enough to take him out on its own, though. But if we want to be sure, we could bring him in and do Hidden Power Ground. Let's go ahead and... let's go ahead and bring in the Metagross. Hopefully this Hidden Power should be able to just take him out and call it a day. If it doesn't, this could end up hurting a lot. My Metagross is mostly specially defensive, not physically, but I should be able to outspeed. Unless something goes terribly wrong, I should be able to take out this Mega Aggron. I don't think he's going to save it anymore at this point. His Mega Aggron doesn't outspeed anything else on my team, and while it might have been a good bulky switch into other things, it doesn't seem like it would be anymore. Alright, so what is he going to bring in against my Metagross now? Probably the Chandelure. Maybe the Toxicroak? But no, I'm thinking the Chandelure. I would be really surprised to see anything besides the Chandelure right now. But that Hidden Power I did have was Hidden Power Ground. So even though I would take a Fire attack, I could hit him back for a lot of damage. This Metagross is Assault Vested, so even with the Stab Flamethrower, we should be able to take that pretty well. Or at least be able to take it. We'll see how invested he is as far as if it's a modest nature or what. What is he thinking about bringing in? I guess he could bring in... no, Chandelure, unless he should bring in Chandelure right now. I don't know what he is thinking about. I do not think he has any other Pokemon that'll work very well against his Metagross right now on his team. Besides that, I mean, Noivern can come in and hit a Boom Burst and just hope that it does a good amount because it's Boom Burst. He could be fearing Substitute Set, maybe? I don't know. Let's go in and see. Hopefully we didn't disconnect or anything. He's probably thinking about what he wants to bring in, but I'm saying $10 says he's going to bring in the Chandelure. And there it is. Mia Miley. Mia Miley. I don't get that reference, but we're going to go ahead and see how much this this Flamethrower is going to do to us. I'm sure that's what he's going to use, and we'll go for the Hidden Power Ground and see how much we can do back to him. He could have a Focus Sash, but let's see. Let's see what he does. He could have Fire Blast, but I'm predicting that he would probably lean on the side of accuracy, wanting Flamethrower. And he could also have Overheat, which obviously would do quite a bit of damage, but then lowering his special attack, we could probably then switch into Volcanion pretty easily. He might even be predicting that I switch into Volcanion right now, because Volcanion's a great switch-in. However, I don't feel like I need to switch into it, so I'm not going to. I want to keep on the pressure, make him over-predict if possible, and get a lot of damage off it. Oh, yeah, there's a double. If he brings in Noivern right now, let's see what this is. Oh, and it's Levitate. Okay, now he knows. Now he knows my Hidden Power is Ground. That was very smart of him. Alright, he's probably going to... I can't imagine him not Volt Switching out right now. But... I don't have anything that's going to do a lot of damage to him. However, assuming that he Volt Switch out and he's faster than me, we could go for an Icy Wind, and whatever comes in will be slower than us. Well, we get slid. Okay, he stayed in. Well, we're faster than him. I actually didn't expect to be faster than him, but I guess he built very defensively on this set. Let's see what he went for knockoff. Okay. So that is going to knock off our Assault Vest. And it's going to... okay. So, I don't think he's going to go for the knockoff again. He's probably going to Volt Switch out. I can't imagine him not Volt Switch. I'm going to keep going for the Icy Wind. I think he's going to Volt Switch out into something, or just switch out into something at some point. with the burn and the icy wind damage, even though it's not doing that much damage, what's he, Giga Drain? I can't, he's not doing that much damage to me. Metagross is nice, but he's, again, not my win condition for this game. So, I don't mind wasting my turns on this. And Grass Knot's gonna not do enough damage. Sludge Bomb might, but I don't want to reveal that I have Sludge Bomb yet, in case he wants to bring in the... Although he knows I have the Icy Wind, and that'll be not good against Superior. But as long as... Sludge Bomb's going to do a lot more damage to Superior, and for as long as I can hide that, that'll be great, that he doesn't know that I have that yet. I brought a very weird set with Metagross this week. It doesn't have a lot of the things you think it would have. Ooh! Oh... That was a very nice attempt, Will. That was a very nice attempt to try to hit that Thunder, but, you know, you get what you risk. That was a risky play, but I'm not too apologetic with the 2 paralysis that got him in Venusaur in a row. All right, he's brought the Chandelure back. He's probably going to want to hit me. I don't have the Assault Vest anymore. Flamethrower actually probably will kill me. Let's go ahead and switch out into Volcanion now. I feel like there's no reason not to switch it into Volcanion, so let's go ahead and just do it. He's very specially defensive. He's fire and water type, so if he does go for the Flamethrower, it's not going to be doing very much damage. Although the stones, okay, he does have Fire Blast. The stones are what mainly are going to be hurting Volcanion, honestly. Alright, yeah, that Fire Blast does nothing. In fact, it healed me. It did negative 10 damage, and it healed me. That's what that Fire Blast just did. Alright. So, let me double check. I actually... Let me double check what I put on... I forgot. I've actually... This... Come on. I've actually forgotten what my hidden power is on my Volcanion. I know I put something in. I'm going to double check. It might be hidden power ground. Most of my hidden powers were hidden power ground. I had hidden power ice on my Rotom. But... Oh, hidden power grass, that's right. The hidden power grass was for if he brought the Blastoise. So that's not going to be any good. So we're just going to go ahead and go for the Steam Eruption. Sorry guys, I just wanted to double... Obviously Steam Eruption is the play. There's nothing on his team that's going to want to take the Steam Eruption, especially the Chandelure, so let's go ahead and just hit that. He's going to withdraw. Probably going into... Oh, he's going to go into the Toxicroak. Okay. Yep. Dry skin. But that's okay. This guy is not going to want to take a Will-O-Wisp. That'll severely weaken it. We could just go for the Flamethrower, but he does... Oh, he does have dry skin. You know, with the flame... Will that just take him out? I don't know if it will. You know, let's be safe and go for the Will-O-Wisp. I want to be able to cripple this thing just in case. Let's see what it has for me. But even if it's able to... It shouldn't be able to take me out in one hit, but if it's able to take me out after this, at least it'll be... Oh, is he doubling back into Chandelure? He is. Oh my goodness. You know what? That's fine. Oh, you know what? He didn't have Flash Fire. He did not have Flash Fire. Does he have Infiltrator? Worrying about a substitute? That's the only... Because, yeah, even though Will-O-Wisp doesn't affect Fire-type Pokemon, I'm pretty sure it should have still activated Flash Fire, if I'm not mistaken. So I feel like he doesn't have Flash Fire on this Chandelure. Do I think he's gonna... You know what? I don't care. I'm gonna go for Steam Eruption. I'm gonna attack what's in front of me, because even if he keeps switching back and forth, I'm not losing that much by going back and forth. I'm really not. It's not that big. He's gonna go for Substitute. I am so glad I did not go predicting that he would switch back in. Let's get rid of the Substitute. You are not going to sit here and set up on me. Yeah, I'm going to keep clicking Steam Eruption until he switches back into Toxicroak. I can't let the Chandelure set up Substitute. That is not happening. Alright. Let's go ahead and go for the Steam Eruption again. He goes for the Substitute again. We're gonna hit him with the Steam Eruption. I don't think I have any sound type attacks to go through substitute either, so switching out just doesn't seem like an option at this moment. Can double check real quick, but let's see. No, no, I'm gonna have to stay in. I'm gonna have to. I just have to keep clicking Steam Eruption until you can't substitute anymore. Honestly, I don't really need the Steam Eruption PP for anybody else besides the Chandelure. So if I'm gonna waste it on anything, it might as well be the Chandelure. You know, he can switch out into his Little Mac right now if he wants to, but it doesn't bother me one bit. Oh, you know, if he switches out of the Little Mac, I might switch out into my Rotom-Mow. He can take physical hits pretty well. He also has Will-O-Wisp if I want to get that off. And then oh, he's going to go for Psychic. Let's see how much this does. I don't think it's going to do too much. It doesn't do too much. Goodbye, Chandelure. You are not living this. So, let's see what he brings in next. Now that I don't have to worry about switching shenanigans, if you... Oh! Sorry about that, guys. That was an alarm going off. Alright. He is... Oh, he's going to bring in his Noivern now. I am expecting this to be a special set, so I'm going to go ahead and stay in. And I guess just go for... You know, these are both not going to do... Let's go ahead and go for Will-O-Wisp just for the residual damage, because he's going to drop a Draco. I could have switched it to Metagross, of course, but getting this Will-O-Wisp off, I think will really help us out. There's no reason not to. Now this special attack has dropped as well. If he's choiced into it, I can switch it to Metagross pretty easily now. Actually, is Metagross still alive? Let me double check. I actually can't remember. I know Mega Venusaur went down. Okay, our Metagross is sitting pretty actually. Let's go ahead and switch to Metagross. There's no reason to just waste our Volcanion if we don't need to right now. And if he switches moves, this will be great. It'll be really good to know if he doesn't have a Choice Scarf. If he doesn't have a Choice Scarf, we 100% of the time outspeed him. And even though I don't have the Assault Vest anymore, I still was highly invested in Special Defense, and he has -2 Special Attack, so this shouldn't do very much at all, and it does not. So let's go ahead and... I know it's very predictable, but let's go ahead and just go for the Icy Wind. He doesn't have much that wants to switch into it, so he is going to, of course, save it. But let's see what's coming out. Benna. Super. So this is still going to take super effective damage. It's going to reduce its speed, and what it's not going to expect is a Sludge Bomb, which is what's coming his way right now if he wants to try to set up. So let's go ahead. I'm sure it's contrary, and it wants to use Leaf Speed. Up there goes the Leaf Storm. But I should be able to take one hit even without the Assault Vest. And let's go ahead and get this Sludge Bomb off and see how much damage. Oof, we might even be able to take it out at this point. And yes, we go ahead and get that knockout on the Benna. Alright, that is Serperior down. How many Pokemon do we have left? We still have the Noivern to worry about. We still have the Toxicroak to worry about. And that might be, yep, just those two. That is it. Alright. I don't feel like there's a reason for me to switch out and worry about it, so let's just go for the Hidden Power Ground, just in case he goes for Swords Dance or something. I don't want to allow him just to set up. He's going to go for Drain Punch. I'm glad I didn't switch out. He could have gotten a lot more HP off of something else. So, Metagross is going to go down now, but he's done his part. He's done a great job. So, question is, what do I want to come in now? Both my Garchomp and my Nidoqueen are going to be able to outspeed it. I can go with Earth Power or Earthquake. And the Noivern could switch in on the Earth attacks, but I feel like it would be... You know, we could go with the Garchomp, because... Oh, this is a hard decision. If I set up a Swords Dance and then go for the Outrage, I should be good, but I know I'm going to outspeed. Do I even need to set up the Swords Dance? I could go straight for the Outrage. Because Noivern still hasn't switched moves. It could still easily be Choice Scarf and outspeed everything on my team. Which I might want to be able to get a good switch in on it then, but... Let's go ahead and go with Garchomp, just because I know it's going to be faster than the Toxicroak, and it's going to be able to switch out what moves it uses, so it gives me a little bit more play. And now here's the real question. Do I want to and/or do I need to set up a Swords Dance? And... because if he goes for Drain, what I'm worried about is me outspeeding him, going for Outrage, being locked into it, and then not doing enough damage, and then he Drain Punches and gets a lot of it back. But if I Swords Dance, then I could be able to just take him out with an Outrage. I could also just Earthquake right now. But if I Swords Dance and he switches out into Noivern, Noivern could easily kill me with the Draco. But he wouldn't switch into that, would he? Like, I'm a Dragon type. If he switches in as Noivern, he's got to expect that it could just be taken out pretty easily. So let's go ahead and go for the Swords Dance. It's a little risky, but I'm going to go for the Swords Dance. Late game setup. And let's see what he's going to go ahead and predict. If he lets me get up the Swords Dance, I mean, he could still obviously Sucker Punch with priority, but... you know, I still have Nidoqueen in the back and Rotom-Mow. Okay. Let's see what he does. He did not Sucker Punch. He goes for the Drain Punch. Alright. Rough Skin damage should take a little bit off of that. And then, you know, I don't think he's going to switch into Noivern. So as much as I want to just go for the Outrage, I think Earthquake's the safer bet. And then... after that, I can go for Outrage on the Noivern, but I'm pretty sure the Noivern's going to be able to outspeed us and kill us with the Draco, but I really didn't see him switching into Noivern on this, so let's go ahead and just take him out with an Earthquake. And then on his Noivern, I'm going to try to get an Outrage off, but I don't think I'm going to be able to live. But that's okay. I can go ahead and bring... well, if he goes for a Draco, his special attack will be reduced enough that Nidoqueen should actually be able to just clean up the match pretty easily. So let's just go ahead for an Outrage and hope he goes for Draco. If he goes for Draco and he gets locked into it, that's that. So if he chooses not to go for Draco because he knows he's going to get locked into something, we're good to go. We are good to go. I don't think there's any move he could have that could just take out my whole team now, even if he's faster in choice. He's going to have to make a decision about which move to choose to prioritize to hit for the rest of our team. And... he is thinking hard about it. I really think this thing is Choice Scarf. It's got to be Choice Scarf. I'm pretty sure there's not much he can do to take us out now. Alright. What are you gonna do? Riza. I don't know the reference, so I don't know how to pronounce it. But it's going to be dead here in a second, so it's not going to matter. Alright, it's going to go ahead and just go for Boom Burst. I mean, that is a pretty good attack to just go for to hit everything. Let me tell you, if there's a move that's going to hurt everything, Boom Burst is most likely going to be it. So what do we want to switch to next? You know, I'm going to go ahead and just to be safe, switch into Volcanion. This allows him to get a little bit more burn damage off. Just to be safe. Honestly, that's literally the only reason. Oh, I forgot about the rocks. So that was dumb. That was dumb because I forgot about the rocks. Obviously, that's not going to work. Alright, Brienne. Can you survive a Boom Burst is the question. Because if he's not Choice Scarf, you outspeed him and kill him right now with Ice Beam. But I'm pretty damn sure he is Choice Scarf. Oh, wow. Okay. I was wrong. Either he's not timid nature, or like he's modest in Choice Scarf, or if he is timid, then he just wasn't Choice and I just thought he was Choice the whole time. I honestly did believe he was Choice timid. But yeah, I guess I had nothing to worry about. We actually did outspeed him with our Nidoqueen 100% of the time because he was not timid, max speed, choice scarf. But thanks everyone for watching. That was our battle with the Disciples of Karen. More battles and content coming for you guys soon. This is Professor Evergreen of the Green Bay Slackers, slacking off.